Hello everyone, how you doing? You're very welcome to this week's ROSCOMMON LGFA with myself, Aidan Raftery, and of course, as always, the ROSCOMMON acting PRO for the ROSCOMMON LGFA, Ellen Hynes. Hello, Ellen. How are you? Are you well?
Hi Aidan, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. No, not too bad. Good to have you on the show as always. And yeah, so great. Great news at the weekend with the Roscommon ladies footballers winning the playoff. It was definitely a must win game, obviously to regain to sustain intermediate status for next year.
Yeah, us at the county board are delighted for the girls. They worked hard this year and they deserve to stay up in intermediate, in my own opinion.
Yeah,
It was
definitely.
a great win for them, and we're just pleased that they kept it for themselves because it was them that did all the hard work during the year.
That's it, because when we look at it, like they did put in hard work on the pitch and also on the training field as well and things like that. And it's just unfortunate when I suppose the results don't reflect the hard work that was put in.
That's it. That was the only thing this year. Every game they went out and gave it their 100%, and it's just the scoreline didn't reflect it at the end of the match. But this match, was a great win for them. Halftime score was 2-5 to 2-4, so it was close at halftime. Loud scored their first goal in the first 25 seconds. So, I mean, that was a phenomenal way to start a game in Loud's perspective. But I mean, Roscommon, they just kept pushing. Um, they got two great goals. Laura Fleming scored one very well worked goal, which came from a rebound out of an Ashton Hanley free, and the second was worked in by Roisin Wynn, and Laura was the final person to touch both of them and put it in the back of the net, scoring 2-8 or 2-9 herself. And our full time score was 2-12. So, we had it was very good. They took their points, they took what they could get, and it worked out for them in the end.
And of course, when you think of, like, I suppose the mental strength side of things, as most performances are nowadays, and how it goes, especially in the 25, having conceded that goal in the first 25 seconds, just like you said, a team can go one of two ways, either kind of. The morale goes down, and then the other team takes over after scoring that goal, or you just pull themselves together, which they've done, and they said, right, look, it's early in the game. There's plenty of time to put this right, and they certainly did that in spades.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think our first goal was long after Loud's opening score. So, that's all we can ask from the girls is do their best, work hard, play hard, you know, do the work that they're well capable of doing, and they've shown that throughout the year. And it paid off for them on Saturday.
And of course, when you see like Laura Fleming, actually, she's always the both, I suppose, herself and Ashling Hanley were on song as always as well, and that's but also, I suppose, the goalkeeper wise, and I suppose the defense did well as well. To kind of hold it together for the rest of the game anyway, as well, because a lot of people need to remember this was a highly pressurized game. It was a must need win. If they had lost, it would have went down to junior. So there was a lot riding on this game, and to go in with that sort of pressure on their shoulders, both collectively and individually, it's not easy. But they did well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think Roscommon LGFA have been in junior since the early 2000s. So, there was a good bit of pressure on their shoulders. But, I say this, I think every week, I cannot fault one of the girls. They do phenomenal work, whether it is they're on the starting 15 or they come on the subs. I mean, our subs did great work when they came on as well, the likes of Ella Thompson and and I believe Millie Hagan came on as well. And I'm sorry now if I'm forgetting someone else, but
All right.
from 1 to 27, them girls work phenomenal, and we couldn't be prouder of the work that they do on the pitch and off the pitch. So, I mean, like I said, it showed on Saturday. It showed all the work that they've put in throughout the year, and they played like a phenomenal team. on Saturday, and we're just delighted for them because it was all up to them on how they played, and we're delighted that um they ended the year on a high.
And of course, looking at it too, I suppose, the kind of, I suppose, the more newer players to the squad as well. I suppose, having gone through the tough times this season, as we said, putting the hard work in and kind of not getting on the results and all that. But they must have they've really came of age in this game as well, and that was great to see. With next season in mind.
Yeah, I was listening to Laura's interview say after the match, and I believe she said there's 13, we'll call them young girls, is how we put
Yeah.
it, on the panel. And like that is a lot to ask of them as well. But throughout the year, they had 7 Division 2 games, which really I think brought on their football. I know they didn't get the results that they wanted then, but it really gave them the experience, amazing experience for this year and for oncoming years, as their intermediate status, progresses and so forth in the next coming years. As well as that, our Connacht, that we played against Sligo, we played Leitrim in the final, and then we played Wexford and Monaghan, very experienced teams as well. And it's all about getting the experience, especially for the younger girls. But like then again, we'll call them the more senior players on the panel. It was great for them to get the Division 2 experience as well. And I know it didn't work out in our favor in the end, but I've no doubt that those girls will be back up in Division 2 and upwards in the next coming years because, they're a phenomenal group and they really work hard and, they love their football, and that's what it's all about.
That's it, and they did very well. And even though the results didn't come their way in certain games, they certainly did the Jersey proud. And I suppose that brings us on to the minors as well, who have a game as well. We'd like to wish them the best of luck as well.
Yeah, the Miners play Sligo at 7 in the Connacht Centre of Excellence Wednesday. So that'll be another brilliant match. They played them in the previous weeks, and Roscommon came out with the win. I have got to see these girls; they're a brilliant group. I was well impressed with them against Galway. They played in Ballyforan a few weeks ago now it was, but like we didn't come out with the win then, but it was a phenomenal game. I was very much interested. They were a great group to be able to watch because I'm looking forward now to keeping up with the results tomorrow and seeing hopefully, they come out with the win again. But yeah, we're very impressed with that team also. So we want to wish them best of luck.
That's it, and of course, like for like the board, the county board themselves, and of course, I suppose the experienced players and the players that are there now in the intermediate team. It's great that they can have a look, and of course the coaching staff as well, Ollie and the selectors, but also the minor coaches as well. To see the quality of the players coming through. We're not too badly fixed, and of course, with the intermediate team as well. The one great thing about it, we say maybe this year compared to we say other years, is there is that strength and depth coming into the squad as well, which is essential in the coming years.
Yeah, definitely. From under 14 up to intermediate, we couldn't ask for a better bunch. At the underage level, there's some brilliant footballers coming up, and we're looking forward to seeing their sort of football careers continue up along, the age groups. It's definitely something, especially when the teams get to a final, it's very impressive. No matter what age group it is, we always look forward to going to them. I know, like, obviously members of the county board and the executive and stuff always like to go to these finals and support the girls because, like we said, they're the ones that are putting in the hard work throughout the year, no matter when they started training. Um, and it's them that puts in the hard work at trainings, at matches to get themselves to those finals. So that's, our main priority is to support them in all that they do and go, we love to see when, Roscommon supporters come to the match as well. So we're looking forward to it. And hopefully the girls come out with the win because they have put a lot of effort into their football as well this year.
That's it, because I suppose when you look at it, it's like you have league matches and then you have championship matches. But like when you get to a league final or you get to a championship final, a county level, or even a club level from under 14 upwards, like you just said, that they're two different beasts. Like a final is a totally different beast to any games that go before it. So and to get exposure to a scenario like that is very beneficial for the young players.
Yeah, definitely. Like, like we said, they've worked hard all throughout the year, but it's really just how it all falls on the day, how it's going for them. So, all we can ask them to do is their best. And these girls are so brilliant that they put 110% into everything that they do. So, like we said, hopefully it goes their way.
That's it, and of course, in the coming weeks as well, we'll have the club matches at all levels to look forward to as well.
That's it. We'll be busy as ever once, August hits and the adults are back out, as well as the underage groups back out onto the pitch. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, you'll be driving up there. You'll be driving up and down the roads of Roscommon now, going to all these games. But it's nice to see them, and nice to see all the players at the various levels, and seeing how they're improving from, I suppose, more so from under 12 upwards, and seeing them progressing up through the grades, up through the years and things like that. And I suppose some of them will be involved in under 12s and under 14s or something like that. Some players might be involved in different ones and schools as well as that. So it's great to see that. So listen, thanks very much for taking the time out to do Roscommon LGFA with us, and we look forward to talking to you again next week.
Thank you for having me. Chat then. Bye.
No problem. Thanks very much. And that was Ellen Hynes, the acting PRO for Roscommon LGFA.